What's up, Cool Nation? It's me, Coolness17, the coolest of the cool. That's me, and the Christmas month is still going. We're still in it. Still waiting for Christmas to happen. So yeah, the suffering of these awful movies continues. It continues. We got two more of these awful films to go through. So, in the last review, we reviewed an adaptation of the Nutcracker, called the Nuttiest Nutcracker. The name alone should tell you that it's awful. Yeah, it's bad. Like, the story went off the rails. If you want to see like a more in-depth review of it, go see my review of it. But it's actually a film that's even crazier than the Nutcracker. No, it's Nutcracker. It's crazier than that. What is this called exactly? Well, it's called Christmas in New York. So we're reviewing this now. Now, while watching this, you may think, come on, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't really look that bad. It's not like it's gonna be this awful. It's not that bad, right? Guys, it's bad. This movie, it's off the walls insanity. Absolute goddamn insanity. And you thought that the Nuttiest Nutcracker was unbelievable? Wait until you see this. It is absolutely crazy. It's like a fan fiction more than anything. And the worst part is that this is based on a bunch of series, like by these two companies called Mondo TV and S.p.A Studios. And these series, you need to have watched them by then in order to actually have context. But I didn't watch them. But I just watched reviews of all the others of these shows. It's not like I'm actually gonna go and watch all of them. Just know that those are just as crazy as what we're going to watch. Like, this could be the worst thing we review now. Like, this could be the worst Christmas movie of all time. No, it's actually not. I mean, Rhapsody. No, it's the worst Christmas film we reviewed in this, Christmas sub-series as of right now. And you are going to suffer. You're gonna suffer. I present to you all A Christmas in New York. Now please note, if you want to not go crazy, if you want to keep your sanity intact, then just stop watching the video. Just stop. Just close the tab right now and go watch something else. If you don't want to go insane. Alright, are we good? Okay. Let's see this. Alright, so what is the origin of this awful movie? Well, it was made by this company called Mondo TV. You might have heard of some of their other works. They worked on those Titanic movies. Yeah, those being equally as confusing and crazy. Yeah, remember those? Yeah, may have to review those in the future too. If I can actually understand whatever the hell is going on in them. Seriously. And the whatever they make, it's a really crazy, really absurd overall. And they had this company called S.p.A Studios to animate it. S.p.A is this North Korean company. And they made this propaganda series called Squirrel and Hedgehog. And they're sometimes used as an outsourced studio. So, yeah, Mondo TV is one of their customers, and Mondo is more, responsible for, the absurd nature of this. The latest work of S.p.A Studio, as far as I know, It's a show called The Boy General. Like, it's based on, like, their history, their North Korean history. Like, it looks more like an anime. It definitely looks a lot better than, what they made beforehand. Like, S.p.A helped, make this film. So, yeah. And once again, it's based on, other shows that these two companies have worked on. It's based on shows like Simba King Lion, which is like a ripoff of the Lion King, and there's also like this show called Winner in the Golden Cup, and I don't know, but there's also this show called Winner in the Golden Child. There's too many Winner, but anyways, yeah, I don't even remember about that stuff. So if you don't have prior knowledge of all that stuff, you're probably gonna get lost. Even if you do know about all the continuity of the Mondo expanded universe, yes, that's a thing. Even if you know about all that, still you'll probably get lost. Even you'll probably still get lost, for God's sake. Like seriously. So now let's go into the insanity that's Christmas in New York. If you haven't left yet, because you want to keep your sanity intact, if you ignore that other warning, once again, just leave if you want to keep your sanity intact. Okay, let's go. No, really. Midway into watching the film, I legitimately had to take a break because it was just getting so crazy and absurd. I had to legitimately pause the movie, take a break, and then later go back to watching it. There was legitimately a moment when I had to do that. I literally almost went insane. Half of the film, probably almost all of it, I was literally scratching my head, saying, what the actual hell is going on? Okay, let's go into this, for real. Alright, so the main characters of this film is this kid named Ari and these two dogs. There's this small poodle. I don't know his name. I don't know. We're just gonna call him Winner because I guess that's his name. I don't really remember that much, but there's also a dog called Fox. And, yeah, that becomes a big problem for the voice actors because it sounds like they're saying the F word. I won't play it because, this is kid-friendly. We've got to keep it kid-friendly, guys. But, yeah. So, what do you think starts off our story? What do you think our story starts off with? It's too hot in the jungle. Yes. I mean serious. They think it's too hot in the jungle, and that's what starts off our story.
I can't breathe.
Let's go in the shade.
The sun's just risen and it's already unbearably hot.
It will be so until the rain season. Good morning.
And so they decide to go to New York because it's Christmas time. And also Ari here wants to meet Father Christmas, Santa Claus, but he just keeps on calling him Father Christmas anyways. Also, whenever something good happens to them, they always jump around in excitement. So Ari here is writing a letter to Santa Claus. He wants to see his parents, which he hasn't seen for some time. Must have been a continuity thing, but but by now it doesn't even matter. It's already insane enough as is.
You told me that you make children's wishes come true. I want to stay a while with my daddy and mummy, who I haven't seen for a long time.
So they go into this Deku tree, so they could get transported to New York. The tree just literally goes across and goes to New York, and he gets there. So first, the fox needs to meet some of his old friends, and he meets this hot dog guy who gives him a hot dog. He also gives Ari a hot dog. Oh, and by the way, about Fox, just 1 second. Literally almost every single person in this town knows about this dog for some reason. Once again, must be some sort of continuity thing. We do not know. But then Fox just goes away to find leashes. He legitimately just goes into a freaking pet store and then just randomly runs out with the leash. He practically just stole them. And he gets away with it. So now both the dogs have leashes. But Ari thinks that if he puts them in leashes, he thinks that he's keeping the dogs prisoner, and that it'll be on Santa's naughty list. Yes, I am not even joking.
Silly.
I can't. I must behave well. If I behave badly, Father Christmas won't carry out my wishes, and I'll be in big trouble.
Yeah, and you think that's crazy already, but you haven't seen nothing yet. But then they run into the dog catcher, who has a Cockney accent, and apparently he has some bad blood between this dog catcher and Fox have some bad blood. We don't know why, but they get away from him. And this is really crazy. It's not that big of a shock in Christmas in New York, but still, they go to this toy store and look into the window because literally every single Christmas film has to do that. And you guys aren't even ready for this. There are literally JPEGs of plushes of Mickey and Minnie Mouse as well as Winnie the Pooh. These guys should be thankful that they didn't get sued by Disney. Like, seriously, if they actually saw this film, they'd probably be really angry. But then for some reason, we don't really know why, they're like these two kids who are outside the toy store, and then the shop owner just randomly busts out and tells them to go away. For literally no reason at all. He just randomly just yells at them. For no reason. That should be the title of the movie. For no reason. That should be the title. For no reason. For no reason, stuff randomly happens. And now they need money to buy food. They need food. And then Ari sees a guy who is dressed as Santa Claus and just randomly goes running across the street for him. He literally just freaking risks his life just to see a guy who isn't even Santa Claus. And he just leaves his dogs behind, and they just go after him. Seriously, what? So Ari starts talking to the guy who is dressed as Santa Claus, and he's like, I'm not Santa, I work for him. If you want to send your letter to him, you need to know the 7 names of the reindeer. Yes. Now the plot shifts to knowing the 7 names of the reindeer. But why? I don't know. We need something to fill up the plot. In today's age, it's pretty easy with just a simple Google search, but in this time period, you can't do that. But, well, you actually could. This film was made in 2005. So then the group just goes to the sauna place, and Fox meets another one of his friends. Because, once again, literally almost everyone in the city knows him. And it's this guy. And over here, they also serve food for the poor people, but Ari also gets to eat there, too. At least know that this isn't a 100% accurate, recollection of the entire thing, Yeah. Now we go back to knowing the 7 names of the reindeer, and they talk to another dog and ask him if he knows about anything. And he knows about 2 of them. By the way, I'm pretty sure that knowing that Rudolph is one of the reindeer, that's pretty common knowledge at this point, but apparently they did not know that until this incident. Why? I do not know. But then they run into the dog catcher again, but they get away from him again, and then the craziest part of the movie happens. The literal craziest part of the entire movie. They're just walking around in the park, and they see the dog catcher, and he's nice. It's not like he's not nice to them and nice all the other places. It's not like that. No, he's also nice to our main group now. What is the reason for this sudden change of heart? Nothing. Literally nothing. What the actual hell is going on?
What is going on?
So it turns out the dog catcher has a daughter who has her leg broken, I think, and cannot walk. Yeah, it was a leg broken. But then, like, a snow angel comes and she offers Ari one wish. Like, he could wish for anything. Like, but he'll have to do it quickly because then she'll just be blown away by the wind. And they do this, like, this thing where, don't be selfish. Because, once again, that's in every Christmas film. And Ari wishes for, the girl to, like, be able to walk again, but she's drifted away by the wind. But, yeah, the girl can walk.
You've been very generous, but...
I'm sorry. Oh, look at me. The fairy heard you. She heard you.
So then a winner goes to find one of his friends, Bimbo. Yes, that's actually the deer's name, Bimbo. And Bimbo and his pack of deer only know a few of the reindeer names. But then the deer just take them to Santa's place, where we see these elves just making toys, and the presents are literally alive. Yes, they literally just jump onto the pile. Look at, they're literally alive. Seriously, what? There's also this wizard here too. And he knows all the names of the reindeer. And he tells them to the deer. And the deer just start jumping around while the wizard just tells the names of all the reindeer to him. Why? And not only are the gifts alive, but this entire house is too. I'm not even making that up. What the actual hell is this movie? This is literally a fan fiction. And now they can mail the letter to Santa, because they know the names of the 7 reindeer. And there's also a dog too. I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna go back and watch the film. We'll just call him Character, because I can't think of anything. So then they go to this orphanage, where they're like a bunch of kids who can't have presents. Well, then they go to a bunch of gangsters, and like Ori gives away like this ruby that he has for some money. That's not a ruby, that's a jelly bean. And while Ari just takes away the money, he's just being held at gunpoint because the gangsters are bad. So now the orphans can have their Merry Christmas because they got away with the money. So then after that, Ori, Fox, and Winner just go to sleep and have their own dreams. Except they're not really dreams. I'll go into that in a bit. So Santa comes, and along with him, Ori's parents are there too. Then Ori wakes up and starts playing with his parents and building a snowman. And then meanwhile, Winner and Fox go to like this dog nightclub, and they also eat hot dogs. But then they wake up and they think it was just a dream. But Ari sees the snowman that he built and no, it wasn't. It wasn't a dream. And so they go back home. The end. Merry goddamn Christmas. Well, that was a movie, I think. Okay, so first of all, the story is the thing I have a lot of problems with. Like, it is way too absurd and crazy and everything. The direction keeps on changing. Oh, let's go to New York because it's too hot in the jungle. No. Let's go and meet Santa Claus so that I can tell him that I want my mom and dad back. No. We need to know the 7 names of the reindeer. No. After that, we even though our story is over, it's about to be over, we change it again, and we're helping a bunch of orphans with, Christmas, and we go and get a bunch of money from gangsters. It was just all over the place, and there was no true direction. Like, the main story is Ari getting to Santa Claus, and telling him about his parents and how he wants to see them, but the thing is, there were the subplots too, way too many of them. And they all happen, like seriously. It just feels like this film just does not have a clear direction or anything. And the animation, it is pretty mediocre. Like, there are touches where I can see, like, a competency, but, like with the lighting and everything. But most of the time, it is pretty rough, to me. And it's really weird that they put in JPEGs in this movie. That was a weird choice. Overall, Christmas in New York, it wasn't that good. It was absolutely crazy. But we're nearing the end of this Christmas saga. And, we're reviewing our final item on my Christmas list. See you there. It's happening on December 25th. See you there.